Hi, my name is Steve and welcome to another Mindbomb Training session. Today I want to talk to you about basic sales skills and how to understand the process. Many people, I don't know why, but many people shy away from what they think selling for a living entails, mostly because they conjure up some notion of a pushy car salesman or maybe hard sell, telesales caller or something like that. But the truth is, many more jobs than you imagine involve some degree of sales capability, and certainly being your own boss, any small business, you need to understand the sales basics at least. Even in a world where online retail continues to march onwards, sales skills will still be necessary for all businesses to succeed. If you think about it, your experience at the hairdresser's is not just about getting a haircut, it's about the chat, it's about a period away from things, an hour's relaxation, and then the ongoing relationship with your hairdresser. So the same goes for a trip to the local butcher, local baker, and if they still exist, the local candlestick maker. The difference is that they're generally skewed towards one part of the sales process. And the same goes for the shops that you go to because you like their brand, everything that entails. So every shop assistant at, say, John Lewis, for example, they're all building on the relationship and the ethos of all the others that have gone before in order to build on their sales approach. Naturally, there'll be differences in the selling experience depending on whether you're buying some flowers at the market or if you're buying something expensive like a new sofa set or a new kitchen even. Whatever it may be, you'll have a different experience, but people will still be selling. Some parts of that selling experience might become compressed, so there'll be more initial relationship building and greeting, or equally it might become more extended, as I say, if you're buying something much more complicated. But a professional salesperson will still take you through the same basic steps. So in order to better understand the world of selling, let's look at the process and the 6 steps that I would identify. So step 1, we're looking at the greeting. And yes, this is part of the process. Doesn't matter if you're working over the phone, maybe at a market stall, maybe in a luxury hotel. If you greet people professionally and courteously, it sets the tone for everything else that then follows. Make sure to smile, and that includes on the phone as well. People can hear it when you do, so that you can actually pick that up over the telephone call as well. When you become more familiar with the customer, then perhaps you can make it a bit more personal, which is great for regular and repeat transactions. But until you get to that stage, just keep it friendly and professional. Step 2, we're looking at empathy. So we need to actually build on the relationship with the customer. May just be a couple of sentences if you're in a queue in a shop, but it may also be part of a much longer part of the discussion if you're pitching a high value product or something that's a repeat sales opportunity that you're going back to build that relationship. You need to get to know a bit about the customer and what makes them tick really, what they actually respond to. Also consider the other thing at this stage is to consider whether they need some help with the technical aspect of anything that you're actually trying to sell to them. So make sure that they're understanding that. Step 3, we've got questioning. This can be a very simple step. It's something that people do seem to struggle with. Really, it can be very simple, as much as just to say, how can I help you today? Or it may take a whole breakdown of information that you're trying to ascertain from the customer to properly assess what they're looking for and genuinely whether they're ready to buy. Each time you ask a question, remember to listen. The key thing is listen to the answer. And then once you've got that feedback, you can actually take it into your questioning and obviously later stages of the process. So listen closely to what the customer tells you, and then it should be easy to move on to the next stage. Stage 4 is matching. So this is where some people might call it a pitch, but it's about as close as I would get to a pitch in any part of the sales process. If I've listened to the customer's requirements, what I want to offer them, I should already know my own products and services, and then I need to be able to match what we can best offer that suits their needs. Generally, it should be a smaller part of the process than some of the other sections, and done professionally. It should be a smooth transition from questioning through the matching process, resulting really at the end of that into something that you're recommending for the customer, so that you can actually demonstrate that you've understood their needs, and that you can make the best offer that will match with them. So step 5, we're looking at objection handling. Again, really important to pick up any details that you might have missed and clear up any misunderstandings that you've got with the information you've been given. It might be passed over very quickly. If everything's clear, then it shouldn't really be too much of a problem. But equally, it could take days or even weeks in a protracted negotiation. Step 6. So we're getting towards the end of the process and closing. There's already so much been written about how to close the order and get the customer to say yes. But personally, I'm not into anything that needs to rely on psychological tricks or fast talking to actually get somebody to close. If I know my product and have taken the customer through the most relevant parts of the process for the particular sale that we're talking about, then a close for me would be a natural conclusion. It should be, would you like a bag? Can I arrange the delivery? How would you like to pay? Those kind of questions are about as close as I'm going to get to closing an order. Equally, remember it. Make sure you actually remember that step in the process. You don't want to do all of the work and then forget to ask for the order. Once you've actually understood the logical steps, the other thing that you should consider is the overarching part of this, the relationship building. It might come naturally, it might seem natural to people on maybe the flower stall at the market, or where it's a matter of naturally getting customers back on a regular basis. But equally, if you're pitching to any big corporations or high street retailers, you will need to build on the working relationships with the buyers, the designers, merchandising teams. When you're going to be dealing with them on an ongoing basis every day or every week, you need to be sure that you can get along and that the relationship is strong. There's so much more to be said depending on the different types of sales, whether you're working face-to-face, over the phone, whether you're trying to win a multi-million-dollar contract or just a few pounds on a regular retail sale. But all entrepreneurs need to understand the basic sales process. If you can understand this, you're a long way towards success. Culturally speaking, there will be differences around the world too. I've seen lots of fast-talking pundits online and elsewhere. It's all too easy to get carried away along those lines. One of my favourites was the pumped-up sales guy for Sky, who was so full of how the Sky sales team was smashing it with the new contracts. But it never really occurred to him that development of the Sky content and the offering was actually driving customers to him anyway. And a more mature sales approach by him and their team would have probably produced better quality, longer term, and more satisfied customers, and more of them. So remember, keep it real. I shall try to cover some more other examples of different types of sales in different environments in more detail later. I've got another couple of videos planned that you might actually like to see. Also, if you would like advice on a particular type of sales problem, particular type of business, then get in touch. I might be able to put together a case study that's more relevant to you. For now, I hope this understanding of the sales process should serve to set you the foundations for your sales success. If you like what you've seen today, don't forget to hit the subscribe button below, along with the bell for future notifications of any more business training content that I'm going to be uploading shortly. You can take a look at the Mindbomb Training website via the link in the description for this video. There you'll also find lots of exclusive content, worksheets that you can download and take away, and access to all of the training sessions all in one place. I love to hear all the feedback, any feedback, especially when you get the results you want. So please feel free to comment. Let me know which business topics you would like me to cover for future videos. I can't promise anything, but I shall do my best for you. Finally, if you know somebody else that you think might find my take on business helpful, then send them a link, share this video, and thank you for watching. See you next time.